Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. For those of you that are watching us, I want to remind you we're podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, as well as Google Play. Just go to our website at StephenKnightShow.com. We're also on Instagram, Facebook. We're all over social media, so check us out. This is our second video. You know, for years we've done podcasts and internet radio shows. This is our second time doing it video. So we're loving the response. Everyone's loving to be able to see us, see the roll of eyes and the the side eye. No,
I have my glasses on, so you won't see me roll my eyes.
But anyway, so welcome back to the show. Miss Parker, how are you feeling? How was your weekend? What'd you do? How you feeling? Quarantine?
Happy Monday. I'm not even keeping track anymore. Just trying to adapt to my new norm. I think that your today question of the day, we're going to get into that later, but just trying to adapt to what the new normal is. I'm a pretty adaptable person. So, just getting used to what's going to look like our new norm for a while.
Yeah. And people are loving your new segment. She changed the name, guys. It was Mental Health with Miss Parker, and now it's Mental Health Mondays, which I love that. And, but people are loving it. People are loving it, Miss Parker. So thank you so much for sharing your wisdom each week.
You're welcome. I think I lost you for a minute there, but definitely is a segment that I am looking forward to sharing more of my perspective. It definitely leaves me a little bit vulnerable, but I think that's something that I've gotten used to. To share myself with everyone.
Well, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And tell everyone, because we're going to do it throughout the show, but tell everyone where they can follow you on your social media, whatever you want to share.
My healing page is Our Healing Space 2020 on Instagram. My personal page is Miss Parker 03. You probably have a better chance getting into my Our Healing Space because I'm trying to get those numbers up. Creating a community where everyone can feel like they have a safe space to heal and be vulnerable. So that's my ultimate goal with that page.
Most definitely. And all of our Instagram usernames will be in the bio in this video. Mr. Chike Evans, how you feeling? How was your weekend? How are you doing week 9?
Sir, I am.
I love the shirt, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks to
Miss Parker,
people at Chike Nutrition. You know, I'm an ambassador for Chike Nutrition, and you know, it just kind of coincides that the name is same as mine. So thank you. My weekend was pretty good. Mother's Day weekend, I had an opportunity to talk with my mom. I'm still quarantined, so I didn't go see her. And I spent most of the day actually calling a lot of the female figures that I look at as second, third, fourth, and fifth mothers. So that took up some time because I actually wanted to love up on some people because they need that right about now.
Most
you know, being trapped in the house and dealing with what they're dealing with.
That was
and
important.
I do know for a fact, very much so. I do know for a fact after talking to a few of my aunts that are older, they're actually senior citizens. This is weighing heavy on them, you know, the fact that this disease, it targets people that are older and it really debilitates them quicker. So a lot of them are like really in dire straits being women of a certain age and this being the monster that's out there.
Most definitely. And tell everybody where they can follow you on your social media.
You can find me everywhere under Chike Evans, and my handle for a lot of social media is absolutely Chike.
All right. Mr. Nair.
Hey.
I saw you posting pictures of your beautiful mom, who we celebrated her birthday virtually about a month or so ago.
Yeah.
How was your weekend, and how you doing with everything?
Weekend was good. Weekend goes by so fast, even though it seems like it, you know, it should go slow, but it still goes by fast.
Right.
But the weekend was good. I was able to be productive, and I took one day off, Sunday. I actually watched movies, just chilling. You know, I didn't want to do anything on Sunday. And aside from that, I'm okay. I'm still dealing with this, still pushing through like everyone else. I'm sure there are things we can find to say are annoying or what have you, but it's been overall good for me. I'm still in a little bit of a weird space because I'm not, you know, I still have all my stuff in China and I'm kind of here. Like, so it's just a little awkward with that. But other than that, I'm fortunate. I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm good, man.
That's
I
awesome.
appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you checking in on us.
Yes, and where can we keep up with you on your social media?
The same. Nair Sharif. Wherever I am, it'll be under Nair Sharif.
Again, it'll be in the bio in this video. Well, my weekend was good. I didn't do a whole bunch of nothing. I feel like I'm cleaning up all the time. There's nothing to clean anymore. But
it looks good in there. I don't see nothing on the stove though. You ain't got nothing burning.
Nah, nothing burning. No. But yesterday it was Mother's Day, and I was going through some old videos that I found, and I found this one. And my mother hated me to post anything on. If you want a picture of her that she approved, she hated me posting anything. So I never had. And I found this video, and the video was funny for me because at the end, it cuts out, but she's saying, "Don't you post that on Facebook?" And I posted it, and not mind you, I've seen the video for years, but the message that she was explaining, it really touched a lot of people, and I was very grateful for that. And yeah, it was just I didn't think anyone would. I thought people that knew her might watch it, but I was shocked by the number of people who did watch it on Facebook and Instagram, and so that was kind of my tribute to her. So it was a good day. It was a good day. It was a little hard, I think, because of the coronavirus and being quarantined.
Yeah,
that's why I was because my mom passed in 2015. I've been fine. I mean, of course, I miss her, but I've been fine with it. But I struggled at first yesterday.
Yeah, same here. It was a challenging weekend of emotions, ups and downs, emotional roller coaster, I think, for me as well. And I know that people the thing we have to understand about healing is an ongoing process.
Right.
You may have a good year where you go through Mother's Day and her birthday and you don't feel anything negative. You're in good memories of her and, celebrating her in that way. And then there may be days like yesterday, I had a hard time as well. Everything made me cry. All the movies I cried through. But I really enjoyed you sharing your mother's
Me too.
video with me. She reminds me of my own mother very much so, as far as like physical appearances. They're similar looking to each other. But it was a joy to watch it. And thanks for sharing that with us.
Most definitely. And her sister, my aunt, she reshared it, reposted it, and she did her own, just knowing her sister, you know what I mean? So it was good. It was good.
That was so you messing with her. And that was so her running from the camera too.
Yeah, but she act like she didn't want to answer the question.
But when she answered it, she did really well.
But she act like she didn't want to. She knew she wouldn't answer that question.
Yeah.
But shout out to all the mothers out
definitely.
there. Happy belated Mother's Day. Most definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So our question of the day, and we don't have a lot of hot topics because we're going to spend a lot of time talking about the Ahmaud Arbery murder. And we have a special guest that will be coming in with us. Actually, Michelle's best friend. And she's an attorney, Melanie Davis. She'll be joining us later on to break it down for us. But real quick, question of the day is, how comfortable are you going back to normal as the states lift their restrictions? Ms. Parker.
As I answered it on the Facebook, on our Facebook page, I'm not counting on things going back to normal as we knew it before. And I'm kind of looking forward to what that new normal may look like for me. And I think that it's an opportunity for us to create what our new normal is. If we come out of this going back to the exact same way we're used to being, used to thinking, used to living, then this whole experience would have been a waste.
Yeah.
So I think individually we have to be mindful of how we move forward and how we build and create our new lives and our new normal. And I think that the universe is giving us a chance. Whoever survives this is giving you a renew or restore energy for you to create things and create who you want to be in this this aftermath of Corona. So I think that I'm looking forward to creating what that new normal is going to look like for me. But let me share something really quickly before you move on to the guys. My dad is ex-military, went to the Vietnam War, experienced some trauma there. But he is a person who, Y2K, we had barrels of food and water.
Yeah.
Overly prepared. The dry food thing. He sends me an email, I think because he knew I would be upset. Hey, Pumpkin, keep an eye out for a package that I'm sending you. it's going to be a package of dry food. So dry food is what people use when they go camping, when they're getting ready for war, when they're at war. Like, I was just like, what? So it came in and I was annoyed, but I'm like, I'm never going to use that. And I called him like, Dad, how much did you spend on it? He's like, oh, it was like not that much, like $100. So when it came in, something told me, just look it up. So I Googled the company and looked up the product that he sent me. It's a tub of dry food that costs $300.
Wow.
I was beyond livid. Okay.
No, you were.
So at this point I'm on 10. So I called and I'm like, Dad, I need you to stop spending money on things that sending it back is going to be too problematic for me. And I don't want to go through all that. So just give it to the homeless. I said, Dad, even the homeless people don't want this dry food in a package. So anyways, that's just something I wanted to share with you guys. I thought it was so funny. I ended up getting a hold of the company today, and we're going to go ahead and get a return. But in his mind, our new normal may be the end of, society. So he wants to get me ready, and he wants me to be ready. As Chike said, the older generation are having some issues with Corona. Just because they've experienced so much in their lives and during this time, all those things come up. So that was his way of kind of preparing me for what he think a new normal is going to be, us needing dry food and package of canned goods.
Please don't let it go to that. Right. Chike, what about you? How comfortable, I know you work in the health industry. How comfortable are you going back to normal as states reopen? Because over the weekend they had restaurants that were filled for Mother's Day. They have parks that are opening and still having parties and things like that. How comfortable are you with all that?
Well, on a regular, I am not really warm on crowds and close quarters with a lot of people anyway. I've at one point in time in my life, I was caught in a stampede, and I've been forever changed since that moment. And you can't get me in a room full of crowded people now, unless I'm somehow separated.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not comfortable with that. As far as assimilating back into society, I've already thrown June away. Like, June's in the trash. So I'll emerge and I'll start doing things probably in July. But by nature, I am a people person. I'm a hugger. I'm a close talker. I like, the human touch. So I've been dealing with that a little bit, especially now seeing people and dealing with people after going through such a traumatic thing. You just want to embrace people. You want to hug them. Yeah. People are feeling bad. You want to, lay hands on them. That's how you send the power of prayer and the Lord. You touch and agree. And we're unable to do that. And it's been a little difficult in that regard. So I do miss that. But I'm like Ms. Parker. I have to adapt. I'm adaptable.
Yeah, most definitely.
And life goes on. We'll see.
Most definitely. Nair?
Same way. I'm actually excited about it. I'm looking forward to whatever that is, whatever that new normal, or, I think me and you had a conversation not long ago, Steve, about how I felt like, just personally, my life experience is surreal anyway.
Yeah.
I just feel like everything is just so surreal. So I don't know, what's normal or not. In most cases, it's just me going through this experience the best I think I can. And I'm really excited about the creative spaces moving forward and the ability for people to improve on their time with family and lessen their time with just work and jobs, meaning doing things how we're doing it now. A lot of things are happening online. People are able to spend more time in more impactful places. I'm curious to see who truly adopts those models, from the big companies to the small, especially the companies during this time who are making it seem as if they really care about people at this particular moment in time. So I'm excited in a number of ways.
Yeah.
To see what this is, what this becomes.
I do believe, and with keeping the people who passed away in mind, and families that were impacted, and people that are struggling. Some people can't even feed their children. That's like the woman in Texas who opened her salon because she didn't have money to feed her children. Keeping that all in mind, I do think that everything does happen for a reason, and I think that it's for us to take this moment and let it change us. You know what I mean? Let us see, you know, I see celebrities being interviewed all the time, and even the ones I've been able to interview during this pandemic, and we just see how we're all just people. You know what I mean? We're all just people. We're all going through this. We're all having, if you have kids, you're having to homeschool them. You're having to figure it out. You know what I mean? So I hope it would be disappointing if when this is over, we go back to business as usual, because this has to have changed us as a nation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. And I think the way we can honor people who have lost their lives through this time, this, you know, coronavirus period, is by making the best out of the new norm, right? What we created is we honor them by creating lives and changing. If we go back to the old ways, then their lives would have been wasted. Them losing their life, the gift of them, you know, because every time there's a life lost, we get to honor that by who we're being. And I think that if we can create lives that are kinder and more compassionate towards each other and softer and more compassionate towards the earth, I think that we will be able to honor those people. And that's how we keep their legacy alive.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, before we go to break, I'm excited to have Melanie Davis join us. I just want to give the quick coronavirus update. Worldwide, we have 1.3 million cases. 211,000 people have recovered with over 80,000 deaths. In the U.S., we have over 31,000 cases and 1,352 deaths here in the United States. 11 people in the Secret Service for the Trump administration have tested positive for the coronavirus, as well as people in Pence's cabinet and Ivanka Trump's personal assistant tested positive. But still, Pence and Trump have decided not to self-quarantine. They're supposedly getting tested every day, but you know, the guidelines are if you're in touch with someone who's tested positive, you're supposed to self-quarantine, and they decide not to. So, you know, we can talk about this forever, but I'm very excited to have Mel on. So we're going to take a quick break and right back with more hot topics right back after this.